I think it's going to be substantially shorter than usual. There's only a couple of things that I want to talk about. I don't really want to go on much. So topics real quick that we're going to discuss mainly is the situation that's going on over there in Spain. So I'm going to give much better explanation in a minute when we get to where we're standing at. I'm just gonna monologue for a minute. It might be about 2 or 3 minutes, or however long it takes me to walk over there. And I'm gonna start on the second topic in the interim. And that is, why is it so many people do not understand the law? I don't know if it's understand at this point or respect, however you want to put it. But I spoke about this a couple of years ago because I go through basically the same situation that I believe that these police officers is going through. And that is, people choose their opinions over right and wrong. So a person who say that they feel a certain way, and because they feel this way, that's the way that the law has to be. So I was watching a video this morning right before we came on, well, right before I decided to start the video, and it was of a drug trafficking guy. We're going to talk about some other stuff real quick, but basically he was a drug trafficker. I forget what state it was in. Court trafficking meth. He was trafficking meth. You basically get life in prison. So this was his third time. He goes in front of the judge, and I think he's at sentencing or something. I'm not 100% sure, but he immediately fires his attorney. And the reason why he fires his attorney is because he says that his attorney didn't present his case the way that he wanted his case presented. Now, I'm going to say something real quick for all of you individuals that think that y'all so smart. 90% of the time that y'all want these lawyers to present your, like the way that you want them to present the case, there's issues and there's problems. One of the problems usually is the explanation you want them to give is still prison time. Good morning. You want them to give an explanation that you did a thing for a reason, and to you, you believe that this reason is a reason why you shouldn't go to jail. But in reality, that reason doesn't remove you from the responsibilities of the prison time, which you can get found if you found guilty, basically. So people will be like, yo, I want you to tell the judge, this is the reason I did the There is no the reason. What are you talking about? This is something you were not supposed to do. This is something that cannot explain away. It'll be something that even if the reason that you're giving is perfectly fine, like that's the reason why you did it, and the attorney goes up there, this is the reason why they did it, you would still go to jail. So I don't think people understand how the law works. And this is from, and remember, I sit in courtrooms. I talk to lawyers. I talk to DAs. I talk to defense attorneys. I talk to people about cases. So when I tell you some of these explanations that I see online, morning. How you doing? Good morning. Some of these explanations I see online, and some of these, things that y'all want your attorneys to argue or defend you on are absolutely crazy. Pardon me. Yeah. Oh, absolutely crazy. Y'all don't make no sense. So basically, I'm pretty sure dude got life prison. He's not coming home no more. And then when this happened, I was busy thinking something. And I'm busy thinking, in our communities, we fight so hard for people to get short periods of short jail terms. We fight so hard to get all of these individuals released from prison. And then the main people that actually get released from prison are the individuals who's going to continuously commit crimes. Like they have no plans on doing anything different. These are the people who get let out. These are the people who come back to our communities. These are the people that live where we live. Individuals who, in some cases, because of our school systems, especially now, I could imagine how bad America is going to be in about 10 years because they've decided that the most important thing in our school system, our education system, is teaching people about the gender ideologies. Like that's more important than math, that's more important than English, that's more important than history. Like the most important thing that they're teaching people nowadays is gender ideology. There's nothing more important than that. So I could just imagine how bad our society is going to be in 10 years. And just so we could be clear, this is going to affect lower income places in multitudes worse than it's going to affect somewhere like the Hamptons. And then y'all going to call racism. Y'all 100% going to say that. That's not what it's going to be. Good morning. What it's going to literally be is that person is not capable of doing a thing. Why do you think they want DEI to exist? DEI further destroys our society. How? You have so many people working at places that they have no idea what they're doing. No idea. And the people who are capable, you're not hiring because you have to have a certain number of these people working there and a certain number of those people working there. Let's get to the show. I'll come back to this a little bit later. Let's get to the show. So now I want to be clear about something. I don't want there to be no misunderstanding. The thing that's happening in Spain already happened in America. You could thank the Democrats. Trump is trying to fix it, and the Democrats is trying to stop him from fixing it. The only reason why it didn't get as bad as it got in Spain, there's two reasons. One, America's just larger. I'll explain that a little bit in a second. And two, we got guns. Now imagine if when all of these people came through the borders in America, imagine if the Democrats would have been successful in having our gun ownerships removed. Imagine if the Democrats would have been successful at making it so that nobody in America, no American citizens have guns. Imagine what would have happened. Especially in places, and not big cities would have been probably better protected because people would have probably been coming out of their own homes. But imagine them small towns that got 10,000 people living in it, that got 5,000 people living in it. And then all of a sudden, you got 20,000 illegals go to those places where there's only 5,000 people living there. That's 5,000 people. So how many of those people are actually men? 1,200? 1,500? So you got 1,500 men, but you got 10,000 freaking illegals moving to the area. What do you think is going to happen? That's what the liberals want for America. That's what they're trying to do to us. Exactly what you see over there in Spain. Now, let me explain. So Spain and Morocco is separated by a strait, right? That's a waterway. But on the Morocco side, Spain has two properties, two territories. These territories aren't particularly large, they're small, but there's two territories. One of those territories, all right, fam? Salute. All right, have a blessed day. Told you. Shout out to the homie. So just so we could be clear, there's two territories. These territories aren't particularly large, and they're over there. They're like on the end. There's the water on this side and the land on this side, and it leads out to Morocco. So there was a law that was in place, basically, that got reversed. And the reversal of the law said this: if you can reach Spain through the water, then that means that they won't remove you and you can stay. This just got reversed. The prime minister did it. This guy's a troll traitor to the Spaniard people. I think they need to unalive him. I think him losing his seat ain't enough. I think if y'all start unaliving these politicians that's committing treason, I think a lot of these problems will go away. I think these problems don't go away because these people know that they can do all of this wickedness while they're elected official, and then after they're not elected official no more, they can still sit back in comfort because they made millions of dollars. I told you everybody like me, fam. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to say to y'all. I don't know what to tell you. In any regard, somebody said, what's up? I really can't see the name. Every time I talk to certain people, the next thing I know, I'm going to say that person's name, and then they're going to talk crazy to me. And then I'm going to kick them. And then they're going to probably pull my video up and show somebody the video and say I was talking to myself, when it only takes 2 seconds to Google that if you kick somebody off of your page, that all of their chats disappear. It takes 2 seconds to Google that. But instead of somebody Googling that, they're going to rather believe that I'm sitting here and I didn't kick somebody, and in reality, I'm just talking to myself. So that's what you got to understand. Satan, what's up, my brother? Have a blessed day. All right? So that's what you got to understand. That's how Satan works. You understand? So he doesn't play fair. He's always up to some kind of shenanigans. And it's always about lies. All right? So I'm not going to say your name because I don't know you well enough. And I feel like if I do say your name, you're going to start talking crazy. Then I'm going to kick you. And then people, you're going to go make the video and say I'm talking to myself. People, hey, how you doing today?
I usually pressing home.
Have a blessed day. I love the smile.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. So that part. So hold on, let's get back to what we're talking about. So the Spanish Prime Minister, what he did was he made it so that if you swim in, then you can stay. They can't really like just kick you out. It's like it's a different immigration policy. So that's why you see all of those people swimming into, I don't know how to say the name of the place, but it's CEUTO, I believe. That's why you see all the people swim in. Now, just so we could be clear, more illegals invaded than they had actual people that lived there. I'm gonna say that again for the people that don't get it. More illegals invaded than they have actual people that lived there. I seen a video of an illegal running through the street and hit somebody in the neck with, I don't know if he hit him with something or whatever. The dude dropped dead. It's being reported by the Spanish news that the guy got unalived. Do you remember the video that y'all seen of the lady that was waving when they was running in? Apparently she went missing. Nobody don't even know where she at. I hope she's still alive, but don't nobody know where she at. But this is what, good morning. But this is what's happening when the illegals come over here. That's why there is no liberal who is your friend. Morning. The liberals are not your friend. Stop thinking the liberals are your friend. All right? They're not your friend. They want our country to be invaded the same way Spain has just got invaded. Matter of fact, we were invaded the same way. We were just larger and we got the Second Amendment. That's literally the only difference. Oh, one more difference. Too many Americans want to die heroes. American men. A lot of American men. That's why we got so many people in the army. A lot of American men want to die heroes. Just telling you facts, man. Why do you think our military so big? It's not just because they be getting cars or whatever. It's because there's a lot of people. You know, you might not know any, but that don't mean they don't exist. That they dream about dying a hero. It's the same way we fantasize about hitting that clutch shot. You get it? So hold on. I believe the plan was, pay attention. Wait, I'm gonna rewind a little. What do you think would have happened if Trump doesn't win and our borders stay wide open? There was more than 10,000 people coming through our borders a day. What do you think would have happened by now if Trump didn't win and our borders stay wide open? What do you think? Remember, these aren't women and children coming across the border for asylum the way that they're lying. These are military-aged men invading other countries. Now, this is why the whole Spain thing, it is what it is, and this is Bible prophecy. I'm gonna explain to you how this is Bible prophecy happening. Y'all better get with Jesus before it's too late. And I'm not talking about the fake way people get with Jesus. I'm talking about the real way. I know a lot of fake Jesus followers. If you ever go to a church and they tell you that you have to be in alignment with them rather than be in alignment with Christ, then you know whose building that is. I'm going to say that again. If you ever go to a church and they're talking about how you have to be in alignment with them and not how you're supposed to be in alignment with Christ, then you know whose building that is. I'm just saying. I've had that happen to me, by the way. I've had that happen to me so much so that the individual used to have extremely long conversations with me about how I need to be in alignment with him and what they were doing instead of with Christ and what he's doing. Keep trying to tell you, these people out here wicked. And a lot of these people that are wicked, they don't necessarily look it. We can't tell. I want to just add something onto this before I go a little bit further. And that is, never forget, Christ says men are supposed to protect. We're supposed to protect. Okay? That means we need to know how to do violence. That doesn't mean that we're supposed to be violent people. There is a difference. Okay? But if we don't know how to do violence as men, how can we protect our homes? How can we protect our wives? How can we protect the things that we love if we don't know how to stop evil? Because evil don't just stop. Evil has to be stopped. There's no period of time that somebody that's evil is going to say, oh man, you know what? That's enough. That's not going to happen. Okay? They're going to go and they're always going to escalate. Escalate. Or agitate. You understand? Like they got this new thing that's going on in America now, where you could just be minding your business. Somebody could start trouble with you. And if you do anything back to them, they the victim. They the whole victim. Whole time you minding your business, they get up in your face, talking about, yo, you better not touch me. All up in your face. What are you talking about, fam? I'm standing all the way over here. You walk from all the way over there, start throwing threats at me. What are you talking about? So good men need to know how to do violence because that's the only way to stop bad men. I just want to be clear on this. They tricked a lot of y'all women into going and getting with men that can't protect y'all or don't want to protect y'all. And then they tricked y'all into making your sons betas. So now we got a ton of men out here that's overly emotional, don't know how to fight, but start trouble everywhere. What do you think they're going to do? They're going to shoot. I'm going to say that again for everybody that don't get it. We got a ton of men out here that's overly emotional. Constantly starting problems with others, agitating people, and don't know how to fight. What do you think they're gonna do? They gonna shoot. Y'all making them that way. Y'all turning them into betas. Just want to add one more thing before we get back to the topic. That's why I think a lot of people don't go to church. Because imagine going to a church that tells you that you can't protect your family. Imagine going to a church that's going to demonize you because you're trying to prevent somebody from stabbing you. Imagine going to a church that gives the impression that you have to allow yourself to be injured or killed. God don't want that for you. There's nowhere in the Bible that God says, I want you to just allow yourself to be murdered by the evil people. That's how you're going to prove you love me. Show me in the Bible where it say that, fam. If somebody really truly loves you, one of the main things they're going to want is your protection. And you want to know where protection starts? Here, in you, and with you. It starts with your decisions. It starts with what you decide to do. It starts with who you have around you. Good morning. That's where it starts. So all of these individuals, literally the liberals, who are always trying to convince us that grown men, is wrong for protecting their families, protecting their neighborhoods, and protecting their wives, and protecting their kids. We're not allowed to protect nothing. Y'all better stay away from them liberals. Now let's get back on this Spain thing. I want to point something out because this is prophecy. There's a reason why in the Bible it says there's going to be wars and rumors of wars. Pay attention. Who are some of the biggest colonizers on the planet? They keep telling you it's the Caucasian man, but the majority of the world speaks what language? I'm going to say this again. This is prophecy. Ignorant people want you to believe that America, which is a colony, are colonizers. I'll give you a great example. Argentina can't be colonizers. You want to know why? Because they were colonized. See how that works? Puerto Rico can't be colonizers. You want to know why? Because they were colonized. See how that works? So how can you call a country that was colonized colonizers? Especially when we fought an entire war to remove ourselves from the people who colonized us. See, common sense isn't common. Good morning. Morning. Common sense isn't common. They use all of these trigger words and manipulate you for your vote. That's what happens. Why do you think they got to lean on slavery so hard? We still talking about slavery. I don't get it. The only slavery I see is the slavery of mental slavery that everybody is going through. That's the only slavery I see, fam. Mental slavery. I don't see any other slavery. That's the only slavery I see. People that every time something happens that they don't like, they call it racism. Why they have some of the worst attitudes you could think of. Why they standing around talking crazy about people starting problems, but they want you to believe it's racism. All praises to the Most High, that's a fact. Shout out to the Most High, glory be to God, Jesus is King. I can't stand racists. I don't care what color you are. It don't matter to me. Because once you decide that everything in the world revolves around color, then you're not deciding that everything in the world revolves around God. I'm going to say that again. Once you decide that everything in the world revolves around your color or somebody else's color, then you're saying that the world doesn't revolve around Jesus. So no, I don't like racists. And no, I don't like people that think everything is racist. Because sometimes you're just a terrible person. Good morning. It's like common sense ain't common. It's like people sincerely believe that the moment that they don't start calling everything racist, then that means things are going to get worse. Now I'm going to hit you in the head. Things are only as bad as they are because we have such a large contingency of individuals that is out here calling everything racist instead of changing their behavior so they can fit in with common people, with common sense, doing common things. Now let's talk about Spain again, because they're the actual colonizers. You know who else is colonizers? If you say in the European countries, I'm going to be like, okay, I can't argue too much. They colonized most of the world. Why do you think so much of the world speaks Spanish? I mean, it's just common sense at this point. You think their language just jumped across borders and continents and oceans just by thought? You don't think there was people that actually went to a place and said, we're going to take you over, destroyed the language that those people spoke, and then inserted their own language and customs? That's not what you think happened. So why we got so much of South America, if not the entirety of South America, that basically speaks Spanish? Why we have so much of Central America, if not the entirety of Central America, that speaks Spanish? This is all common sense, fam. This is end times coming. Y'all better get right with Jesus. Y'all better stop playing with it. Y'all better stop pretending. Y'all better stop speaking about Jesus because it's gonna help you get a thing. Y'all better start speaking about Jesus because you want to either share the word or you want to make it stronger in yourself. That part. Morning. Because I'm going to be honest with you. There's a lot of people using the church to grift. There's a lot of people using the word of the Lord to grift. I like that card. That's a nice color. I like the two-tone effect too. That's sweet. There's a lot of people. That's like 3 colors though, because he got an accent. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. There's a lot of people using the Lord of the Word to grift. A lot. And I'm being honest with you. I've been fooled before. You can't tell them apart. You got to spend time with some of these people. You got to see them go against the Lord's word. You understand? You got to see it. Because a lot of times when a person goes against the Lord's word, just so we could be clear, if you don't know the word, you won't know they're going against the word. Then the next thing you do, you follow behind it. I'm going to say something real quick. I believe this was in Corinthians, 1 Corinthians. Paul is at a church, a temple or whatever. At the temple, you got people that sacrificing meat we're not supposed to be eating. Right? What ends up happening is they say, is this good meat to eat? Paul says that it's not necessarily that it's not good to eat. Because if you don't eat it in front of people, it's not as bad, right? But what he says is, morning, when you sit in this church and this food that they just sacrificed to whatever, they prayed over this food to an alternative God, a fake ass God. She's cute. God might have just pointed at her. Morning. So I want to be clear about this. So basically, what Paul said was, I believe this is in Corinthians, and I believe it was Paul speaking. What Paul said was, this meat that has been sacrificed to this fake ass God, he didn't say it like that though. He probably did, because if you can't tell from the Bible, the disciples wasn't nice guys. Like, they was really street dudes. Most of the disciples, if they lived in this day and age, they would have been street dudes that was out here committing crimes and then found Jesus. For everybody that don't get it in any regard, what he said is that if he sat there, or if you worship the Most High and you sit there and you eat this food, you're going to confuse people who don't know no better. You're going to confuse people who don't know that this isn't something we're supposed to consume because it was sacrificed to a God other than Jesus. Ask me what halal is. So if you're basically, if you're a follower of Christ, you're not supposed to do things that's going to send people in the wrong direction that don't know the word. even if it's okay now. You get it? Because those people who might be new to Christ, they need to be submerged in the word so they don't become lukewarm. The Most High is not the author of confusion. That's a fact. Apex Stages. Are they filming out here today? So y'all better get right with Christ, fam. And y'all better, and I'm even speaking to the people who've been playing with him. You better get right with him. Anybody that needs to apologize to me about anything, I don't need your apology. Just go get right with the Lord. That's enough of an apology for me. I don't need you to come up to me. I don't need you to say sorry. I don't need you to apologize about nothing. You've been forgiven. Just go get right with the Lord. Do that. I'm not into me like that I need people to run up to me and apologize every time they do some BS. Morning. I'm not into me like that. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not on my own Johnson. I'm just a regular dude trying to do regular stuff. Shout out to the Most High. Glory be to God, because he is the only power. There is nothing in existence that is in existence without his existence. Nothing. So they have the whole Spain situation, which is horrible. I feel bad for the people that live there. I feel bad for the people that live in Spain because of how they're suffering. Just like I feel bad for the Americans that got unalived and all these other terrible things happened to them because our borders got open. Now I'm hearing that the Democrats want to have a ticket of Kamala Harris and AOC. Is it Kamala Harris? What's her last name? It is Harris, right? In any regard, please do that. Y'all gonna lose so badly. Y'all whole entire campaign is based on hating white people. That's all the Democrats talk about, is hating white people. Just so we could be clear, the Democrats hate all straight masculine men. It doesn't matter what race you are. It doesn't matter. All straight masculine men. The fact that you're masculine and a man, they hate you. You understand? Because there's no gay masculine man. That's retarded. That don't make sense. All masculine men is straight. So I guess that would just be being redundant. All masculine men is straight. If you, why do you think they're trying to send people to prison, fam? Why do you think they want you to go to jail, fam? I have people, because I wouldn't, work for them, and I wouldn't give them my money. They was trying to extort me. They was trying to get me sent to jail so they could get their people in jail to try to grate me. That's a fact. Why you think they were sending all of those individuals to attack me? And then while they're sending the individuals to attack me, you see people on the sidelines basically saying I started it. Why you think that was happening? They was trying to send me to jail so they friends could grate me. This world is an evil place, man. This world is an evil place, man. Shout out to the Most High. Glory be to God. Jesus is King. Not just because they didn't succeed, but Jesus then stepped on them. Not one of them is doing better than me right now in any capacity. Not one of them. Jesus stepped on them. Now they somewhere mad trying to figure out how they could get out here to Coney Island and do evil to me. Jesus stepped on them. They channel stopped. They had this one dude, he has dang near like 300,000-400,000 followers. I ain't seen him make a video in like 6 years. Treating people better who God sends there to help you. When God sends somebody to help you and then you treat them poorly, y'all be praying to God. Y'all don't even be religious. Y'all just be praying. And then God says, you know what? I'm going to answer this prayer. Just to show you you don't deserve it. So Spain, let's walk to the let's walk. We're gonna walk. May come back around. I think I got enough battery left. I think I'm gonna see Spider-Man today. Brand new day. Thinking about it. Not 100% sure. Also, just want to say, I want to give a shout out to Holding Hands Ministry. Just everybody that I said that, and what you see fly right over my head. Y'all better stop being there. Y'all be playing with people the wrong way who don't do anything but pray to God. Y'all be playing with people that don't do anything but pray to God. Y'all be playing with people that has nothing but good intentions for you. And y'all be playing with them. They'll have nothing but good intentions for you. Don't want you to do nothing but win. But y'all be playing with them. And then y'all wonder. Like that weirdo ass dude right there. I just don't like him. I gotta stop doing that when I see people I don't like. I mean, talking like, see, I gotta stop doing that. That's something I gotta correct about myself. Dude said something one time. I ain't gonna lie, it was one time. I don't mess with him now. I keep telling y'all, and this is I got a lot of tough people in my family. A lot of tough people. I'm talking about real tough. I'm talking about 80s tough. Real tough guys. For real tough guys. Right? Don't nobody play with me. Even the people that could beat me, they don't play with me. Even the people I have no chance of winning in a fight against, they don't play with me. At some point, they might want to speak to me again. They don't play with me. I don't know who convinced all of these people to play with me. I don't know who did it. But y'all should have been smarter than that. That's all I gotta say. Now, if y'all had God in y'all would have decided to treat people the right way instead of treating people the way that these idiots told y'all to treat me. I'm just throwing that out there. Oh, old lady talking to some other guy. They don't play with me. Even the people I have no chance of beating in a fight, they don't play with me, fam. Everybody, my family know that I'm a good person. I only have good intentions. I'm never trying to hurt nobody, and I'm never trying to do nothing effed up. And then on top of that, a couple of them seeing some stuff happen around me that there's no other way to explain it except for God. There's just literally no other way to explain it. And not like one or two things, like multitudes of things. Shout out to the Most High, glory be to God, Jesus is King. Yeah. Hey, what's up, Jay? Chilling. Have a blessed day, fam. All right, that's what it is. Man, you could tell he was Spanish. I hate the fact that I can't vibe with my own people like that. I hate that. I ain't gonna lie. I hate the fact I can't vibe with my own people like that. Look how I be vibing with everybody else's people, but I can't vibe with my own people. Because the well's been, you know what I'm saying? Like the well, especially out here where I live, you know what I'm saying? They polluted the well. So I can't even vibe with my own people. But it's cool, because you want to know who my people is? My people is the people of Christ. I probably can't vibe with people of my skin complexion, but I could vibe with the people that got Christ in their heart. And I have that over the other one any day. Yeah. Regular, I've been chilling. Why was good? Everything's great.
Are you making videos?
Yeah. Just talking.
Next week, I'm gonna take some time. I'm gonna play ball. This week, I'm back still.
It is what it is, fam. When you get out there, I'm gonna be out there.
I see you, right?
That's what it is. Have a blessed day. Yes, sir. Man, the people that got Christ in their heart vibe with me. Good morning. Chilling. What's up? Yeah. Oh, fishing? No, I'm doing videos. Oh, you fishing? Ah, great. Yes, sir. Have a blessed day. I should have put him on camera. I think he wanted to be on camera. I used to put a lot of people on camera more, like as long as you wasn't doing nothing crazy that was like embarrassing yourself. But like I said, when I moved out here, the black people was chasing me down all the time. That wasn't even on the camera. Talking about I'm trying to take pictures of them or some stupid shit. I don't know what they was talking about. But that's why we don't film out there. It's not just because, you know, I want to avoid unnecessary violence, as we should all be doing. But like if I'm like me, any content creator putting you on their platform, you know, especially trying to show you in a good light, that's a positive thing. Y'all want me to do positive things in your community? Not a problem. I'm not going to try. I give it up like that. Good morning.
Good morning.
Chillin'. Have a blessed day.
You too.
I'm going to give it up like that. You thought I was going to fight you for your affection? I promise you I'm not. It's mutual over here, nothing. It's mutual or nothing. I'm literally talking to a person right now also. But yeah, it's mutual or nothing, period. With everything. August 11th, we got an event out here. Oh, this is definitely gonna be dope. We have dope events out here. They do a really good job. I can throw events out here too if I, you know, we would have been able to get, you know, some stuff together. I was actually asked a couple of times a couple of years ago by some of the other people when we first got here, but we were being attacked so hard by the community more than anything else, because, you know, the idiots really can't get to me, but by the community, not the community in here, the community on the outside. So much I was just distracted. I had other stuff going on. I didn't know if it was a good idea, whatever, you know. Anyway, yeah, but they throw some dope events over here. Shout out to them. Maybe next year we'll start getting involved a little bit more. Good morning. Maybe next year we'll start getting involved a little bit more. Maybe at the end of this year. No, I don't know. Let's see what happens. Anyway, let's get back to Spain. So, and I want to be clear about this. I don't want to be no misunderstanding. What you see happening in Spain is the same thing that's happened in a ton of those European countries over there. Hey, It's, I think the young girl just said hi to me. So what you see happening in Spain, it's happening in a lot of countries over there. I'm so grateful we have the leadership that we have in the government that we have right now, because I don't want that to happen in America again, because we did have an influx of people that came in and meant harm. Now, see, this is the issue that I keep trying to explain to people. I don't have no problem with immigrants. I honestly know a lot of people, like throughout the course of my life, who have been in the country illegally, that was actually really good people and didn't commit crimes. And they really was out here trying to, you know, get their shit straight and get their stuff right. This is a fact. I'm from the Bronx, man. So it's not even people being illegal that I got an issue with. The issue I have more than anything else is that when an illegal commits a crime, the liberals don't even want you to arrest them. The liberals don't even want you to arrest them. They're out here attacking women. They're out here unaliving people. And the liberals don't want you to arrest them. The liberals don't want you to say anything to them. If a liberal saw and this has happened in multiple, like tons of times, probably hundreds of times by now, the liberals who see a illegal commit a crime and then help the illegal get away from the police because they don't want the illegal deported because they hate Trump. I don't understand that logic. But I do know that the Bible says that we're not supposed to hate people. The Bible says that we're supposed to hate sin, not people. Because when we hate people, that means that we're kind of messing up our connection to God, for one. And two, how can you make godly decisions or the decisions that God wants us to make for you, your family, and your life if you're busy making your decisions based on around how much you hate another individual? We're not supposed to hate people. You understand? Even in the Bible, when God speaks about the things that he dislikes, he doesn't say how he dislikes people necessarily. He says that he dislikes behavior. And that's another issue that we have. Because nowadays we're living in a country, we're living in a period of time where if a person has bad behavior, you can't even tell them about it. You tell a person about their bad behavior, they're trying to figure, they're going to call you a racist. I seen two white guys arguing the other day on the internet. The one white guy called the other guy a nigga. I didn't get it. I laughed. I was like, I'm like, what? Part of my language, but that's why I should have just said the N-word. But I'm like, what? So it's not racism, it's behavior. You know, sometimes people just have, and the one that said the N-word, just so we could be clear, was the one that was in the wrong, in my opinion. That was the one that was creating all of the problems. He couldn't even fight. Once again, we living in a period of time where you got a lot of men who can't fight, right? But they also want to agitate every situation, you know? Morning. I like the vest. Was that the vest? Huh? Ah. So you're looking fashionable and you're getting exercise. Okay, love to smile. Have a blessed day. She's cute. She's pretty. Not cute, she's pretty. I think that's my homegirl's wife, or that is the chick that looks like my homeboy's wife. It's one of the two. I can't tell them from a distance. They look the same to me. I don't know what to tell you. They look the same. They got similar energy. But one of them, I don't know. They look the same. They got similar energy. They might be the same damn person for all I know. What the hell do I know? In any regard. So we're living in a period of time where we have the liberals who, in my opinion, I just think that the liberals work for people who aren't American. And these particular people who aren't American also, they hate God. Because if you pay attention to all of the liberals' talking points that they want, it's things that God is against. So I think their issue is that they just hate God. And they got a lot of y'all that go to church, actually do want to be in the body of Christ, just so we could be clear. I'm not talking about people that's faking. I'm talking about people that genuinely love Christ and genuinely want to be doing right by God. They got a lot of y'all tricked. And that's why we got to get away from this narrative that men aren't allowed to protect themselves, that all violence is bad. Because if good men did not know how to do violence, evil men run the world. This is a fact. You have to stop evil men. How are we going to stop evil men if good men refuse to do violence? Yeah. So good men need to know how to do violence, because good men stand between evil men and the rest of the world. But what do liberals want? Liberals want all men. Morning. Liberals want all men to abstain from violence. But who's going to be the ones that's going to abstain? Only the good men that been tricked. Evil men are going to keep doing violence. Evil men aren't going to stop doing violence. You know how happy those illegals that was going into the country looked? You know that the day before this happened, they released something like 16,000 illegals from criminals out of their prisons, murders and rapists and stuff like that out of their prisons, or something like 16,000 or something like that. They released and then sent them across the border. That's the same thing they did in America, isn't it? When Argentina or one of those countries released all of their prisons and then sent them up through Mexico into our border, it's the same thing. Now, we don't got good men out there that's ready to do violence. How are we going to stop these people? Explain that to me. Good morning. Morning. Good men need to know how to do violence, because evil men won't stop until they're stopped. Why do you think the liberals always want to defund the police? What kind of sense does it make to defund the police? I would never defund the police. Imagine, I'm going to explain why this is stupid. Inflation. So somebody is going to be a police officer. They're going to get, the police department is going to get defunded, forget raises, forget bonuses, forget all of that. But inflation is going to still go up. So that means that the police officers is basically, now, next year, they just got a pay cut. They didn't actually get a pay cut, but inflation went up and they didn't get a raise. The year after that, they get a pay cut. They didn't actually get a pay cut, inflation went up, and they didn't get a raise. Do y'all understand how economy works? Because that's how they trick a lot of y'all. Y'all don't understand how the economy works. Do you understand how important it is that Trump is making inflation go down? Do you know how important it is for inflation to stay around 2.53 instead of going all the way up to 9? Like, do you understand why that's important? Because if you don't understand why that's important, please stop talking about defunding the police. And if you understood why that's important, you wouldn't be saying it in the first place. If they, you know how many elderly people live alone? Y'all want to defund the police. You know how many single mothers we have in America? Y'all want to defund the police. Make this make sense. You know how many people that's living with disabilities alone, and y'all want to defund the police? Make it make sense. Good morning. No, defund the police. No, they need funding. Do you understand how insane that is? But you do understand that the liberals want to defund the police because it makes the invasion that much simpler. What was one of the first things Mondani did when he became mayor? We had 3,000 officers that retired. We had another 5,000 officers that didn't get hired. That's $8,000 officer swing in New York City. Better pay attention. Yeah. And just so we could be clear, Democrats still believe they did the right thing because some people don't learn. Also, name me one thing that he said that he was going to do that he delivered on. I think he delivered on the supermarket. But what's that supermarket going to do? Other than run small supermarkets, run other people, mom and pop shops out of business. What else is it going to do? He's going to have a 30% markdown on everything. They're trying to run people out of business. They're trying to make New York impossible to live in. Now, look, there's a rent freeze, right? But I want y'all to understand, how many people just have regular houses? They don't have apartment buildings. They got regular houses. They might rent out a room, or pardon me, they might rent out a room. They might rent out a floor, or it's a 3-family house. They might rent out one of the units in order to be able to pay the freaking mortgage. Now what? These are probably hardworking people. Well, I'm not talking about, and just so we could be clear, this hurts everybody, but I'm not talking about the big conglomerates. I'm not talking about the real estate companies. I'm talking about now specifically the regular individual that bought a home, and the only reason why they could afford this home is because they rented out a unit. What are they supposed to do when inflation continues to go up? There's a reason why they don't want to teach anything in school except for freaking gender ideologies. There's a reason for this. Spain is being invaded. I feel so bad. Morning. Spain is being invaded. I feel so bad for the Spaniard people. It's not the mainland of Spain. It's a territory that's connected to Morocco, and it's actually across a strait that separates Spain from Morocco. And in the area attached to Morocco, Spain has 2 different territories. I feel bad for the people that live in both of those territories, even though only one was currently invaded. I feel bad. Imagine, just with the understanding of what's going on in Europe, imagine all of the people that's being unalived, kidnapped, and other things that I don't even want to go into. They had a video of a lady that was waving them in on the pier. They said nobody know where she's at now. She done disappeared. You want to know what? And this isn't anti-Muslim rhetoric. I just want to explain this. This is anti-extremist rhetoric, what I'm about to say. But do you want to know what's the first thing the Muslim extremists did when they got control of Iran? They killed all the freaking liberals. They killed all of the people that helped them get into power. Every last one of them. You don't believe me? Google exists. Hell, you don't trust Google? Go pick yourself up an Encyclopedia Britannica or something. When that extremist regime got into power, the first thing they did was unalive all of the people who helped them get into power that was native of Serbia. Serbian, right? No, whatever Iran was called before that. My brain is I'm thinking of too many different things at the same time right now. So hey, how y'all doing today? Hello. Chilling. I thought that was my homie for a second. They look similar. Yeah. So they got rid of all of them. All of them. The Persian people, pardon me. So yeah, all of the Persian people that helped the extremists get into power, the extremists unalived every last one of the Persian people, all of the liberals. That's what happened. And that's the type of energy that the American liberals are trying to bring to America. Freaking. That's not the type of time we should be on, fam. This is suicidal empathy. That's what it is. It's suicidal empathy. We got to go back to being, we have to go back to allowing the people. Right now we got Trump in charge, so it is what it is. But I'm talking about outside of Trump, we got to go back to other facets of our government and other facets of administration of our country. We need to go back to having masculine people in those positions. Not people that we're going to keep trying to talk it out, even though we know that it's impossible for us to work anything out. I'm one of those people that think that Trump should have been stopped trying to work things out with those guys and should have been blowing them up since January 1st of this year. Just blowing them up. Just blow them up. So we could get on to something different. Because I'm tired of messing around with them. Just blow them up. Yeah, but president, nah. They're never gonna come to the bargaining table with us. We gotta get rid of them. That's what I believe the type of time we need to be on with these people. That type of time. Gotta get rid of them. There's people you can negotiate with, and then there's people that you can't negotiate with. The sooner that you could delineate the two, and then make a decision, and then process that decision, and then go through with that decision, is the quicker that you're gonna solve the problem. They already know, the USA already know that these people cannot be dealt with. That this right now, what I believe is they're waiting to make sure that when they do deal with these people, that there's less backlash. But watch when y'all find out that the majority of this country is actually red. Have a blessed day. Watch when y'all find out that the majority of this country is actually red. That the majority of this country is not liberals. That the majority of this country actually agree with Trump. The liberals are going to lose their mind, I promise you. Morning.
Good morning. Have a nice day.
You also. All right. The liberals are going to lose their mind, I promise you. They're going to lose their mind. Because they really think, because remember, the majority of the liberals live in blue cities. The majority of people think like them. So all of their friends are liberals. Everybody around is liberals. Everybody at their job is liberals. But if you go outside of blue cities, pardon me, not blue states, but blue cities specifically, you're going to meet a lot of people that they don't agree with liberalism. They don't agree with this mess that they got going on. I promise you. I think if more people, especially like New Yorkers and stuff like that, went and visited other areas, this wouldn't even be a topic of discussion. It would just be a known thing. I promise you, it'd just be something that's known. I lived in a ton of different states, man. I lived in Georgia, I lived in Tennessee, I lived in Virginia, I lived in freaking my daughter's Massachusetts. I lived in Jersey not really lived in Jersey. Jersey I just visited. Kind of just visited Maryland. A lot of the other places I lived for extended periods of time. And I'm telling you, pay attention. A lot of these places is not blue. They're red. I promise you. The Democrats have been stealing elections. I promise you. I've been telling y'all this since before Trump won. Morning. All right. Been telling y'all. They've been stealing elections, fam. This is just a shorter walk. And I also think that the minute I walk back to my house, I'm going home. I had a nice breakfast this morning. I had pancakes with eggs. and a coffee. Nice breakfast. Had some juice. Nice balanced meal. I don't know if it was balanced. There's no protein. I guess the eggs. Eggs is protein. Good morning. Good morning. Eggs is protein. Imagine being, and I'm gonna say this. I know I'm gonna say this every show a couple of times, but imagine being the select few people who don't like a guy that everybody likes because somebody that don't even know him told you lies and you believed them. Imagine that. Imagine that. Imagine being so stupid. You saw some YouTube videos about people lying on the dude and you just had so much Satan in your heart that you just with it. Imagine that. But yeah, so Spain is screwed, and Spain is probably also, I'm pretty sure they got masculine, like in that place that this happened at. I don't know how to say the name. CEUTO. I don't know how to say it. But imagine, I'm pretty sure they got masculine strong men there. But just for you to get an understanding about what happened, more people invaded than there were people that lived there. Now, we all know that generally speaking, every area has more women than men. And then there's also children. So that the men over there are probably outnumbered like 10-1. So even if all the men in that freaking town or city or whatever got together and was like, yo, we gonna fight them, they still outnumbered. Probably like 7-1 or something. I don't think people really understand what's going on. And just so we could be clear, the liberals are cheering this. The damn prime minister of Spain, the day after it happened, was like talking like it was a good thing. The people crazy, yo. People are crazy, yo. And when you the outlier, it makes it easy. Like when you got your own mind, like I got my own mind, right? I don't got my own mind as much as I make decisions based on what I know about Christ. Most people make decisions based on how they want their life to go. I make a lot of my decisions having nothing to do with what I want something good or bad to happen to me. Like I don't even be thinking about myself with the majority of the decisions that I make. Like I'm not even thinking about myself. You see birds fly past me over here, that don't mean nothing. This place right here is just full of birds. I mean, I don't know if it means anything. I just don't think it does. Oh, there go homie. I'm gonna cross, fam. Fam, you got it. I'm gonna cross. Yes, sir. Usually, he out here walking his dogs, and usually he like walk around for me because, he has a protection for protection. But I walk around for him. But that's how we supposed to be with one another. You understand what I'm saying? Like we not supposed to always think the other person is supposed to go out of their way. We supposed to sometimes also take steps to make other people's lives easier, especially. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Especially if they, if we think admirably about them, or they making, do things to make our life easier. We supposed to make those steps. But we live in a culture right now where people, they stuck on everything's about them. Like it's crazy. I don't get it. I don't get it. Good morning. I guess maybe if I thought, oh, pardon me. I'm sorry about that, fam. I was trying to walk over here so I could turn around and look. That's what happened. It's so funny. That wasn't what I was doing, though. I'm weird. I ain't gonna lie to you. I would just be telling jokes for myself a lot. Why was I just thinking about that dude right there and now he's right on the corner? So I know that guy. I don't know him. But when I turned around, the guy that was dribbling the basketball kind of looked like the dude that's walking across the street. Now, I'm not going to show y'all neither one because we're not going to do that. But I was thinking about the other guy. I was like, man, he looks like that other dude that I know. What's up, fam? All right. I was like, yo, he looked like the other dude I know. because he has a burgundy do-rag. Homeboy got the black one on. You know, he keeps his braids straight or his dreads. I forget which one he has. I thought that was funny. Just thinking about that guy. He walk right around the corner. That shit always happens to me. Y'all better get right with God, man. I don't know what to tell you. Got to get right with God. I'm going to tell you something right now. What up, boy? Tell you something right now. Anybody that's telling you that you got to be in alignment with them instead of that you need to be in alignment with Christ, all right? They not the people, fam. I promise you, they not the people. If anybody's like, yo, somebody, I'm telling you, this dude was talking to me. I'm busy telling me that basically I had to come in alignment with him and his people. I just looked at him, and all I could think about is, so not in alignment with God. After the first time he told me that, I looked at him completely different. Every single thing he did, everything he said, everything he did. I was like, this is just all manipulation. Like, even if you telling me something that's real, you're not telling it to me because it's something that's real. You're telling it to me because you want me to feel and or think away. It's all manipulation. The hell you mean I got to be in alignment with you? I need to be in alignment with Christ. Hell, you should be in alignment with Christ. How you in alignment with regular people and not in alignment with Christ? What's up, fam? I promise you I'll be giving people a chance. And I promise you I'll be giving people a million chances. I promise you. I promise you. People just don't know how to. I believe that there's a lot about the word that I don't know. Don't get this confused. There's a lot about the word that I don't know. I need to be in concert. I need to be in conversation with more people that read the Bible daily. Like, I got all of my friends in the church, but I need to spend more time with these guys talking about the Bible and things like that. I really want to become, you know, I always want to increase my biblical knowledge. Yo, you got the other one right here, fam. Oh, the other one, your slipper. Want me to throw it over for you? Oh, it's broke? That's his fault. Oh, man. You know what? God got something bigger for you playing. That's the way. That's the mindset. Boom. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Boom. God got something bigger for you playing, fam. God never takes anything away without replacing it with something better. Yes, sir. I'm like right there. That shit pop. That shit so good. You better start walking him in his track sneakers. Not his basketball sneakers, but he needs to go. This guy got shoes on with shorts? Nah, he doesn't. New bag. You better start walking him in some Bo Jacksons. He needs some cross trainers to walk his dogs. One dog ran all the way inside. The other one was he's pulling them like crazy. The other dog across the street barking. This is funny as hell. This is a good day. This is a good day. This is gonna be a good day, man. Morning, my brother. Yeah, you better get in alignment with God, man. It's about I was just making fun when I said it was that other dog's fault. It ain't nobody's fault. Dogs are gonna be dogs, man. I was just making jokes. Dogs are gonna be dogs, man. They go off of instincts. Morning. All right? They go off of instincts, man. And that's what we have to untrain ourselves from. You understand? We need to not go off of instincts. You know, or we need to attune our instincts to the things that God wants us to be. You understand what I'm saying? Too often, people got their instincts, the things that they just naturally gravitate to. It don't be the things that God wants for us. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta work towards that. Work towards you naturally gravitate to the things that God wants for you. I was in a Bible study the other day, Tuesday that just passed, and someone had said, you know, they pray. Sometimes you gotta pray that God makes you hate the things that you love. And that's some real shit right there, part of my language. But that was just real. Sometimes you gotta pray that God makes you hate the things that you love. Because the things that you love remove God from your life. The things that you love, God hate. And we supposed to hate the things that God hate. And that right there is proof that we're not supposed to love everything. You understand what I'm saying? Because one of the things that the liberals try to tell you is that God is Jesus' love. Nah, Jesus isn't love, fam. Jesus has love. Jesus expresses love. Jesus is the ultimate love, but Jesus is also other things, not just love. You understand? And by them trying to say Jesus is only love, that's them trying to convince you that you have to be accepting of everyone's behavior, when the Bible literally says that some behavior is sin and should not be accepted. Pay attention, fam. Pay attention. So we was also talking about sinners. What's the difference between a sinner and somebody that lives in sin? We're all sinners. There is no human on the face of this earth. Have a blessed day. There's no human on the face of this earth that isn't a sinner. But living in sin is different. Living in sin and being a sinner is not the same thing. Living in sin is like the people that are doing things God hates, pretend, or in some cases really believe that they're worshiping the Most High, but they have no intentions. They're not even attempting to remove the sin from their life. They're happy with the sin. They're content with the sin. They're going to keep doing the sin. They don't regret the sin. They don't see the sin as something that needs change. That's living in sin. God does not want us to live in sin. But we all sinners. God wants us to want to be corrected. God wants us to be the best version of us that's possible. Now, if you're one of those people that says, oh, well, this person is imperfect. Good morning. If you're one of those people that says, that lady used to follow me around Coney Island. Some white lady. Like everywhere I used to go, she used to always be there. Like everywhere. Shit was crazy. I don't know what that was about. Everywhere I used to go. Like, there was a period of time, as y'all know, I used to walk around the entirety of out here where I'm at in Coney Island all the time. Every single place I went, she used to be there. Every store, wherever I'm on the boardwalk, she used to always be there. Like 8 out of 10 times. Morning.
Morning, good.
Chilling. How you doing today, my brother? Good?
Good.
Excellent. He gave me the thumbs up. That's why I turned the camera around. Because I don't want to be on the live. And like I said before, I had people like you see how I'm filming right here? somebody will come from like, oh, you see how I'm filming over here? Come from like, you see all the way down there where the white and blue vehicle is? Like they'll be all the way down there and I'll be like this with the camera pointed like this and they'll come all the way over to where I'm at talking about don't film them. I better turn, like, what the hell are you talking about? Like, and I was running into a lot of those situations out here. Like just some of the most ignorant, stupid shit you could think of. %100% of the time it was black people. Just some of the most ignorant, stupid shit you could think of. Stuff that just don't make sense. I'm never gonna stop calling out. I'm never gonna stop calling that out until it stops. That's what it is. So for the individuals that be like, yo, why he keep saying, I'm never going to stop calling it out until it stops. God wants us to confront evil. Stop thinking that God don't want you to confront evil. God wants you to confront evil. God wants you to confront bad behavior. God don't want people to just be walking around doing any old thing and doing evil to one another and all this other stuff. God wants you to confront evil, fam. These freaking liberals have convinced y'all that God wants y'all to be weak and impudent. God don't want you that way. God wants us to be warriors. He just wants us to be warriors in his name. God don't want you to be suckers. How can we have, how, if God wanted us to all be suckers and weaklings, why would he have a story about David beating the Goliath? You know, before David beat the Goliath, he killed the wolf and the lion first. So that why would he have stories in the Bible about this kind of extreme masculinity? Because David wasn't big. David was a boy. As a boy, he killed the wolf. As a boy, he killed the lion. And then he killed Goliath. This guy turned his music up dumb loud. Shout out to him. Then he killed Goliath. But that's what Satan does. Because I'm out here speaking the word right now. The people next to him is kind of looking over here, listening to what I'm talking about. So what did he do? He go over there and turns up the music stupid loud. Even if they not listening, they should be. Because we talking about the Lord. But that's what Satan do. Pay attention. That's why I never say hi to that guy. I feel the energy. I'm not stupid. I feel the energy. It's not hard to feel somebody's energy, fam, once you become attuned. It's not hard. It's just whether you're gonna care or not. It's not hard. A noise campaign, yeah, but I mean, it's all the way over there. I can't hear him. I mean, I can hear it, but no, he's just disturbing those people if they want to hear what I got to say. But it is what it is. Yeah. Some people wonder why I don't talk to them. Like, you know why I don't talk to you. You just don't know that I know that there's a reason not to talk to you. You understand? I'm going to say that again. The people I don't talk to know why I don't talk to them. You understand? They just don't know how I know that there's a reason to not talk to them. You understand what I'm saying? Have a blessed day. You understand? They like, how did he know? I know, man. Shit written all over your face, all over your energy. Morning. Hey! Everybody love me, fam. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what the people that actually know me love me. I don't know what to tell you. The people that don't know me, they feel however they feel. But the people that actually know me love me. I don't know what to tell you. Not like me. You get it? The people that actually know me love me. I don't know what to tell you. Yeah. I serve God. And one of the places I serve God is at the pantry. Are you over here upset that I serve God? You see how Satan work? I'm still going to kick you, donation or not. Screaming God, I'm still going to kick you. You upset at me doing God's work. I'm still going to kick you. For everybody that don't know, I'll take a picture of it. So this is what happened. Y'all can see with my phone. So this guy right there, he wants to make fun of me because I serve God. He wants to make fun of me because I donate my time to help feed the community. Do you understand how satanic these people are? You understand how evil these people are? He wants to make fun of me because I donate my time to help feed the community at a church. This is what I got to deal with. But if I talk about Jesus, it's going to be what it is. Damn. When you love Jesus, and when you talk about Jesus as much as I talk about Jesus, there's going to be a lot of people that hate you. It is what it is. You just deal with it. What the fuck? I'm not going to stop donating my time to... I do way more things than just the pantry, fam. I'm not going to stop donating my time to the community, especially if the place that I'm donating my time to is appreciating me and treating me with respect. If I'm donating my time somewhere like before where they didn't appreciate me, where they didn't appreciate me and where they didn't give me no respect, no, I'm going to leave. But if you appreciate me and you're giving me respect, then I'm going to give you my time. Because I work for the Lord. The Lord's paying me. Y'all don't know how to get paid from the Lord. When the Lord pays you, he doesn't give you money. He takes care of the things that money would need, that you would need money for. So the things I need money for, the Lord takes care of. Because I work for him. They hated Yeshua. Yeah, they hated Jesus. Salute. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I talk about Jesus all the time. Of course these people hate me. Of course they come outside. They're trying to stop people from hearing my words. All I do is talk about Jesus. I talk about Jesus and how I'm trying to save people from voting the wrong way, because a lot of y'all gonna go and end up in the fiery pits of hell because y'all refuse to stop being a Democrat. I'm telling you that's what's gonna happen. You don't gotta believe me. Read the Bible. Go to a real church. Real churches nowadays is laying it out. Like, yo, these things are things God hates. These things are also things that the Democratic Party pushes. Just facts. And no, for the individuals that say I shouldn't kick the people that's trolling because that's going to bring me more money, then you don't understand how God works. You want me to sell my soul for a couple of bucks on YouTube. I don't want to do that. I don't want to sell my soul for a couple of bucks on YouTube. I got different character. I don't know what to tell you. Yeah, facts. All sugar looks the same. Yeah, I got different character. I don't know what to tell you. You don't get it, you don't get it. It's not my business. But I have zero intention on having people come into my chat and do the things that God don't like and letting them stay there just because they donating money or some shit like that. And it's always been like that. Because my salvation and your salvation is more important to me than a couple of dollars. more important to me than my comfort. I told you the people that arguing with me hate God. Not one of them, all of them. All of them. I don't care if they work in the church. Their issue with me 9 times out of 10 has to deal with the fact of my relationship with God. That's the best way I could put it. Because there's this dude that works in the church and he's jealous of me, and the reason why he's jealous is because of my relationship with God. He don't have one like that. He ain't gonna tell you though. Morning. He also isn't gonna do the work to get his relationship like that. I work to have a relationship with God. I sacrifice to have a relationship with God. Morning. What to say? Spiritual. Spiritual warfare is real, and spiritual wickedness too. Fam, I'm telling you what it is. Homeboy mad at my relationship with God, so he's out here doing weirdo stuff. Cause he working at morning.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Do not forget what you do.
Huh?
Do you care what you do?
Do I what? Do I what?
Do you care what you do except this shit? What you doing?
What I'm doing is what it is, fam. Look, Satan sent somebody else. That dude is yelling at me about something. Satan sent another one. Now he holding up the street because he want to yell at me. He got cars behind him. But you see how I deal with that? It is what it is, fam. Kyra, shout out to Kyra. I ain't said your name today. Kyra says, for we do not wrestle against flesh and blood, but against the spiritual wickedness in high places and principalities and powers of darkness. Fam, dude is mad because of my relationship with the Lord, and it's not the same one he has. He should stop trying to be in alignment with people and trying to be in alignment with Jesus. That's one. Stop trying to be in alignment with people. Be in alignment with Jesus. Be in alignment with God. Stop trying to be in alignment with humans. We're flawed. The best way I could see it is like this. When you get married, you're not married to your husband or your wife. You're married through Jesus. Y'all all, both you and your husband, you and your wife, y'all get married to Jesus. Y'all marriage is through Jesus. So it's 3 people in y'all relationship. It's you, your wife or your husband, and Jesus. And that's why we're supposed to love one another and treat your wife or your husband a certain way. Also, the Bible makes a point to say that men, husbands, should love their wives the way Jesus loved the church. Who did Jesus die for? Who did Jesus die for? I'm going to say that again. The Bible says that husbands should love their wives the way Jesus loves the church. Who did Jesus die for? Now imagine marrying a woman that spends all of her time telling you about how she don't need you and she could do without you. Stop marrying those women. Satan got to them first. You go marry a woman that's gonna love you in a way that doesn't make your love look stupid. Y'all out here? Hold on. Noise campaign. Satan is working heavy today, fam. Satan is on work with me today, fam. The next thing that Satan sends is going to be an escalation. So now I'm expecting somebody to physically come try to accost me today. Because it's always an escalation. First, it was off in the distance with the music. Then it was the guy walking past me, driving past me saying something. And now it was just the car with the music bumping dumb loud. It's about to be something. Satan's going to send another one any minute now. I'm not going nowhere. Any minute now, Satan going to send another one. Because that's how it works. Kyra says it's the separation of the wheat from the tares. Bam. The Bible says that the husband is supposed to love his wife like Jesus loved the church. Jesus died for the church. Imagine going out there and putting your life online for a woman that thinks she could do better without you. That woman ain't for you. God didn't send you to that woman. God didn't send that woman to you. This is not me trying to shoot at nobody. This is just, we need to get in concert with God. We need to have a connection with Jesus. Y'all want a connection to everything else in the world except for Jesus. Them evil spirits done stirred up. Yeah, we rebuke all evil spirits in the name of Jesus Christ, fam. All wickedness, we rebuke. We rebuke all demons, all wickedness, all evil in the name of Christ, fam. Exactly. Don't be unevenly yoked. How can you be yoked with anyone who you love, but they believe they could do it without you? How can you be yoked with anyone that you love them to death, you ready to die for them, but as far as they're concerned, they don't need you. They could do this without you. They'd rather be hanging out with a bear in the woods than you. Man, y'all better. And y'all wonder why y'all have a blessed day. And y'all wonder why y'all picking the wrong women, man. Y'all picking women based on the way that they look rather than based on what they're gonna add to your life. And just so we can be clear, when I say add to your life, I mean women that aren't gonna be on that journey with Christ. Imagine somebody like me trying to date a woman that isn't trying to be on a journey with Christ with me. What kind of sense does that make? That's retarded. How we gonna be happy? We gonna be miserable. I'm gonna be trying to do as much things as I could possibly do to bring God into our life, while she's gonna be doing as much things as she could possibly do to be happy herself. I'm just saying what it is, man. Everybody wonder, like I have people like talking bad about me because I'm single. But I'm single because the way that I love is different. You understand what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna give you everything. You understand what I'm saying? Like I'm in it with you like you me. You understand what I'm saying? You can't give that energy to most of these women out here. They're gonna set you up. They're gonna ruin your life. You're gonna, by the time y'all separate from one another, you don't got nothing. She's 6 levels higher than she was when you met her. Nah, I'm fine, fam. I'm fine. Jeremy Shockey said that when he went into the NFL, pardon me, he got a vasectomy. When he went into the NBA, look, you got a white woman, black woman over there, they mad. Yes, that's why I'm telling you right now, I would never date a black woman. I love y'all. I think black women are beautiful for the most part. I think some of the most beautiful women on the planet are black. Don't get this confused. But I want to have a relationship where we are with God, where we are with Jesus. Not what my whole entire relationship is figuring out how to make her happy. If my whole entire relationship is trying to figure out how to make a woman happy, how am I supposed to be doing God's work? Just like her relationship shouldn't be about making me happy. Her relationship be about making Jesus happy. If she's making Jesus happy and I'm making Jesus happy, then we will both be making each other happy. That lady's talking to you. I don't know what them young ladies over there is talking about. She's scolding them though. I don't know what they're talking about. I'm not going to act like they could not be talking about nothing that I'm talking about, just so we could be clear. They talking about their own thing. But two young girls was talking, and an older woman went over there, and she looked like she scolded them. You'll never know. You'll never know. That's why I be on it the way I be on it, fam. Jezebel's spirit and Ahab's spirit are real. Absolutely. Why you think they got our women out here always wanting to twerk? Why you think they got our women out here always wanting to be over-sexualized? Why you think they got our women out here, the first thing they, like, it's crazy. So yeah, that Jezebel spirit is real. Why you think they got in our culture now that it's okay to have multiple partners? That's crazy. I don't care if I could have 10 wives. I just want one female that I could go be on my journey with God with. That's it. What's up, fam? You came back to get this one?
Yeah, I came back to toss it. I can't believe it. Little pretty light skin shorty was seeing me work to her own. Oh man, it really was her fault.
Oh, that was her fault?
Yeah, because she had a dog too. When she was coming across the street, a little dog wanted to, like they was playing, so I went to go get it.
You talking about the one with the pit bull?
Yeah, we got there. She had the little some little brown light skin.
It's a pig.
I think so. I don't know what it is, but she had red hair.
Oh, I know you're talking about.
Playing. Yeah, so
But that's you?
Yeah, no. It would have been nice to. You get what I'm saying? That might have been a possibility, but it's over now. You get ran into a tree.
I know what? I would have ran out of my shoe too. I know you're talking about. Sheesh.
Yo, I'm like, damn, I was trying to play it cool. And here's this one gonna run me into a pole right in front.
You know what? I know why that dog did that, because I like her too. Shout out to the Most High. Glory be to God. Jesus is King. Have a blessed day,
Nothing
fam.
wrong with having good taste, man.
There's nothing wrong with having good taste. And you have the best
I
taste.
appreciate you.
Yeah, like I'm not even like harlots, fam. Like I'm old enough to remember, and I'm talking specifically about black women. I'm old enough to remember the black women from the 70s and the 80s. They carried themselves different. They carried themselves so respectfully. So respectfully. Like black women from the 70s and 80s could tell you off in a way that you can't even get mad. You just gotta accept it. You were probably wrong. What's up, my brother? It was just different. It was like when we really had queens. You understand? They moved differently. It was definitely more of like, it was different. You understand now? And I'm not just, we gotta get back to that. That's all I'm saying. Black women from the 70s and 80s, they just was more like queen-like. They were just more like royalty. We gotta get back to that. Why you think I'm so mad? I'm not mad at black women because I seen the degradation. I seen when they were just average black women will walk into the room and be the prettiest thing there. All of this makeup didn't exist. All of these extensions didn't exist. They would just come in with their natural beauty, glowing. Just glowing. Just glowing. We don't got that no more. Like we have it, but it's poquito. It's so small. Now, our women want to argue and have issues and all types of shit that don't make no sense. And a lot of women are like that also. Maybe to me, it's more like our women, because of the internet, our women are constantly on the internet being foolish. And because I live in a place where there's a lot of black people in general and not as much other people. But I'm pretty sure if I go like somewhere where there's like the majority of people is like Caucasian, it's probably the same issue. Because this is an American problem. It's not really a cultural issue. This is literally an American problem. That's why we got the problems with the Karens. Karens is just white women that get in everybody's business, right? Like I'm about to tell you a story in a minute. All that exaggerated makeup. This is Shorty I know. I'm not gonna say her name. I don't want nobody to whatever. She gotta be about the prettiest thing I ever seen in my life. When I see her with makeup, she's still pretty. Don't get it confused. But when I see her without makeup, she's beautiful. You understand? Like when I see her with makeup, she's pretty. But when she don't have no makeup on, it's like, I'm not a fan of makeup. Maybe that's it. Or maybe it's just that she just looks more beautiful without makeup. I don't know. I don't know. Kendra didn't need makeup either. Shanine didn't need makeup either. Most of the females I've dated, not all, but most of the females I dated 100% look better without makeup. And I got a type. And with the exception of maybe like maybe two or three females in my entire life, every single female I've ever dated had circular face, like oval faces, like had round faces. The only ones that didn't have round faces, well, almost every female I've ever dated came up to me and got my number or pursued me first. I'm gonna tell you a funny story real quick, and then I'm gonna tell you about that other bullshit. So, I just date this girl named Maria. She was trying to get with me for like a dumb long time, but I didn't realize it until like I didn't realize she was trying to talk to me for like months. Like I didn't realize it. You know what I'm saying? Like I had no idea. No idea. Like she really she was pursuing me for like okay, so she wanted to get with me. She used to flirt, but I don't take flirting as nothing. I just take flirting as being nice. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just the way I take. I'm not into myself like that. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not really into myself like that. So I just say flirting as you being nice. So she was flirting for like a long time, right? All right, what's up, fam? She was flirting with me for like a long time. And then, like, there was like a 3-week period where she just stopped being, like she just, for whatever the reason is, I know what the reason is. I don't want to say what I banged her friend and then whatever. So, she just came straight out and just said it. And like, it took her 3 weeks to convince me that she wasn't like, because I just was like, this bitch is crazy. Like, I didn't take her seriously. Like, not that I didn't take her seriously, but I was just like, I know that. Like, I don't know how to explain it. But I just didn't believe her. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I just didn't believe her, whatever the case is. One of the best relationships I've ever had. I just didn't believe her. She literally took her 3 weeks to convince me. I feel stupid about that, by the way. But once again, I'm not into myself like that, so I had no way of knowing. So real quick, I just want to tell you about a story that happened on the internet. But that happened out in the world that I seen on the internet. So some dude, we're gonna walk this way because I'm about to get ready to go home. Some dude, wait, hold on. How many people I kicked this morning? Just one. I was gonna show y'all all of the messages from the people I kicked. So if anybody, have a nice day. Yes, ma'am. So if ever anybody ever try to say, because when you kick somebody from your page, you can't go back and see the person. Like they get kicked. So if somebody watched the video over, it looked like you're talking to yourself. It only takes 2 seconds to Google what happens. It takes 2 seconds, fam. But instead of Googling it, people will rather believe that you was busy talking to yourself rather than Googling the thing after you say it. They'll say, oh, you lying, you lying, you lying, when it takes 2 seconds to Google. People are just lazy. In any regard, I'm sorry about the thing. So, some lady was at Walmart with her boyfriend. Her boyfriend started arguing. Black lady, black man, I guess. I don't know what the man was. I'm assuming he was black. Right? I only seen the picture of 3 people. The 3 people that I saw the picture of was all black. So I'm assuming that the other person, the man that I did not see the picture of, was also black. So what ended up happening was, dude had, so the lady, the guy was arguing with his girlfriend, or the girlfriend was arguing with the guy, whoever, they was arguing. So a lady seen them arguing. Somebody that don't know them from Adam, at least this is the way that it was proposed, don't know them from Adam, just went over there and got in their business. Started arguing with the man and going back and forth. They get into a shoving match of some kind. The guy ends up shoving her, punches the throne, whatever the case is. The guy goes into the Walmart. The lady calls her husband. Witnesses say that she heard him say, witnesses say that they heard the lady say to tell her, the lady told her husband to bring a gun. Just so you can be clear. The husband shows up to the Walmart. The lady says, the girlfriend says, or the wife says, he's inside. He has no shirt on. The husband goes inside of the store, ends up shooting the guy. And on the way running out the store, the police had already been called. So when he's running out the store, the police see him. The police unalive him. He gets shot. He's unalived. Now, mind you, the only reason why he's here is because because his wife called him up and told him to bring a gun because some guy attacked her. The whole situation didn't need to happen because 2 other people were arguing that had nothing to do with her. She literally just got herself involved in somebody else's business, and then when the thing didn't go out the way that she wanted it to go out, she called her husband to come shoot the dude. The husband shows up, shoots the dude, runs outside, gets unalived. The dude survives. But you know who's on trial? The husband is dead. The idiot that showed up and shot the guy, he's dead. He's done. He was unalived by the police. And the 2 women, the girlfriend and the wife that husband, they both on trial for murder. This is the kind of problems we have in our community. We got to do better. We got to do better. You understand? These are the type of problems we have in our community. Got to do better. And I feel bad. And you want to know who I feel the worst for? The stupid ass husband that was retarded enough. Fucking fight. The stupid ass husband that was retarded enough to show up and get unalived because his wife went and got into an argument with a stranger in the street that wasn't her business, ended up most likely getting roughed up, so she called the husband to kill him. These are the type of avoid. So that I don't even consider argumentative women. I don't consider them. Because while y'all busy thinking, oh, you might not be tough enough to handle her. I shouldn't have to handle nobody. You shouldn't have to handle me. We should be able to live with one another and be rational. We should be able to go around. Have a blessed day, my brother. We should be able to go with other people and it not be a problem. We should be able to watch people argue and not get involved. You don't even know what that is. None of that's your business. She saw some people arguing. She don't even know, not involved, and then went inside to get involved in it. If you believe that that lady is in danger, call the police. Oh man, that guy, he might hurt his girlfriend. Let me call the police. But in our culture, you can't call the police for no reason. You got to solve all of your problems on your own. Why do you think there's so many black people in jail now? You know how much emptier the jails would be of black people if the black community just called the police more instead of going out there and trying to handle whatever ignorant idiots on their sheesh. Both of them is bad. Instead of going out there and try to handling ignorant people on their own, people be controlled. People being controlled by Satan, fam. Demons be all over these people's body. They not gonna do anything except for escalate the situation in a negative way. They not gonna. That's all they're gonna do. Escalate it in a negative way, and you're gonna go try to handle the situation yourself. They're gonna put you in a. What's up, fam? They're gonna put you in a situation where you're gonna either have to do something drastic, or you're gonna either have something drastic done to you. That's gonna be. That's it. That's what's gonna happen. I can't see the I can't see the, it's the screen glare. How y'all doing this morning? Screen glare, I can't see, so I gotta use the other phone. Fam, isn't that insane? So they just trying to escalate the situation. Y'all need to just, if we just started just getting law enforcement involved more often, a lot of us wouldn't be in jail. A lot of us would still be alive. Good morning. Y'all busy trying to handle situations that ain't for you. It's for God to handle. Let God handle that. That's not for you to handle. Y'all busy trying to rationalize situations with irrational people. Y'all busy trying to talk to people who can't be talked to. You busy trying to convince people to not do harm, that all they think about is doing harm. Stop. Just call the police. Let the police deal with them. You got a family. You got loved ones. Good morning. You got a family. You got loved ones. You got responsibilities. Here, getting in back and forth with people who don't got nothing to lose. What's wrong with you? But that's what happened. These people go out there. They get in the back and forth with people who don't got nothing to lose. Why you think they kept sending those homeless people to attack me? There's a reason why they kept those people to attack me. Because those homeless people don't got nothing to lose. Now, what happens if I get into a situation with a homeless person and God forbid the homeless person or hurt or injured or bad or something like that? Now, I got to go to jail? If they go to jail, they getting free meals in the cot. They would sleep street or something. That's a step up. I go to jail, I lose everything I got. So stop going back and forth with these people who don't got nothing to lose. Stop going back and forth with these evil ass demonic people. Just stop going back and forth with them. Y'all going back and forth with people that you shouldn't even be talking to. Why you think once I decide I don't want to talk to people and I don't want to deal with people, right? I don't talk to them because I'm not going to go back and forth with you. I'm not going to have a situation where you're going to constantly be trying to explain to me how you weren't wrong. Good morning. That's not going to happen. You're not going to try to figure out a way to make your bad behavior seem like it's common. It's not going to happen. I'm not listening because I promise you, I can't speak for everybody's situation, but I promise you, if I'm ever to the point where I'm like, I'm not talking to that person, they either did a couple of things wrong. They either one, just did something just disrespectful to me that they knew they shouldn't have did. And this is if it's just one thing, right? Yeah, okay, so you stepped over the line, and now that you know that you stepped over the line, the next time you're gonna try to step a little bit shorter, but as close to the line as possible. So instead of just dealing with that, I'm just never gonna deal with you again because you're gonna keep testing me. So not a problem, I'm just never gonna talk to you again. The next type of people is the people who I was friends with. And I gotta keep forgiving you over and 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 over again. What's up, fam? Have a blessed day. And I gotta keep forgiving you over and over and over and over again. I don't want to do that. You're forgiven. Don't get it confused. You're forgiven. But God don't want me to live that type of life. God don't want me to live a life of misery. Hey, what's up, y'all? Chilling. Hello. Chilling. All right. I'm on my phone. I'm on YouTube. Chilling. Everybody like me, fam. Everybody like me. Everybody like me, fam. Imagine being the select few people who's running around in this world telling everybody negative, terrible things, trying to get people to hate me. Everybody like me, fam. Good morning.
Good morning.
Everybody like me, fam. And I'm not doing anything. Yeah. And I'm not doing anything. There go my homie right there, Jesse. He might be ready to work or something. Or he might be going out to tell the word. We go evangelize together. We did it like one time where we walked around and put up posters and stuff. But we gonna just go out and evangelize. Like kind of like what I'm doing right now, but only talking about God. See, now I talk about God a lot, but I also talk about politics and like whatever's in the circulating in the feed. But it'd be dope to just go around and only talk about God also. And so I'm probably gonna do that with him, his wife, and a couple of other people. That's dope. And then people are gonna pull up in the chat and talk about how terrible that is because you know people hate Jesus. So they're gonna pull up in the chat and make fun of me about they're gonna pull up in the chat and make fun of me because they always making fun about loving Jesus. I don't get it, but you know, whatever makes them feel good, I guess. Whatever makes them feel good, I guess. They're gonna pull right up in the chat and make fun of me about loving Jesus. The shit is crazy, but it is what it is. Gotta have a hobby, I guess. Hating Jesus is these guys' hobby. And that's why I'm trying to tell you what I do. And I'm going to say this for all God-fearing Christians. Make your decisions indistinguishable from the commands of Jesus. Make it so that the decisions that you make is like indistinguishable from what God wants us to do in our life. So that when people attack you, people are not attacking you. They're attacking the word of Christ. You understand? So that's what I do. I try to, why you think, like, and it's not even try, because I enjoy it. I enjoy the stuff that I do in the community. I enjoy talking the word. I enjoy every good thing that you see me, everything that I do that you deem as me doing good or whatever the case might be. I love doing those things. You understand? Like, I'm not doing those things because I want anything from the Lord. I'm not doing those things because I expect anything. I'm doing those things just because I just like doing those things. It's just, this is who I am. That's it. Make your decisions indistinguishable from Jesus' commands. I make it so that when you attack me, you're attacking God. I make it so that when you're attacking me, you're attacking Jesus. 100% of the time. That makes it so that I stay blessed. And that also makes it so that I'm not doing something God hates. Because the first thing is to not do things that God hates. You don't want to do things God hates. You know? So do that. Don't be surprised if very soon this page is going to be like just a Jesus page. Don't be surprised. A great provider. He's my everything. I don't know how people could want to live without Jesus being the center of their life. I don't get it, but to each his own. With that being said, I love y'all. Go out into the world, do something worth doing, and then stamp Jesus' name on it.